Good morning, Broad Street. Deliver legendary service. Today I'm with Hayes McCrary, and we're going to talk about this week's fundamental. Good morning, Hayes.
Morning, Terry. Thanks for having me.
Thanks for being here today. So my question for you today is this. It's critical to know what is expected of us to deliver legendary service. To me, legendary service is providing 100% of the expected service. So how can we differentiate between providing excellent customer service and legendary service? And then how can we achieve legendary service?
Thanks, Terry. I think the differentiator between legendary and excellent service is about customer care. It's about genuine customer care and our ability to express that care through our actions. So it's beyond delivering, it's customer relationship building. It goes beyond excellent service, which is meeting expectations and actually caring about your client and caring about the job that you do for that client, to me.
Great. And so Nordstrom's is an example of a company that's willing to say yes, take care of their company, take care of their customers every time, right?
Nordstrom is.
Right?
Yeah, I
Right?
haven't had a bad experience there.
Right. So that would be an example of a company that is willing to say yes and does the right thing.
So,
So
oh, sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you.
no problem. So just kind of on that same line as a follow-up, can you name three things that you can think of that define legendary service? And what is one thing that we can do to wow our customers, our internal and external customers this week? So what each of us can do.
Sure. Um, just to go back to the Nordstrom's example for a moment and that comment, uh, every example that you'll read online, or at least the ones that I researched for this, are examples of companies of legendary service, are examples of companies demonstrating genuine care. So Warby Parker, the CEO, saw someone left their glasses on the train next to him, mailed them back. I can't, there's, when someone described to me personally about a great hotel experience they found or that they had, they essentially, it turned out, he did some digging, and it turned out every employee was authorized to solve a problem that was less than $500. And this was at down to the janitor, you know? So it's all about demonstrating care. Um, you asked me to name three things that define that. That customer relationship building is huge. Um, that's, uh, apologize, I'm going to look back at my notes for a moment. Oh, here's one thing that I haven't spoken about yet, but I think is critical. Um, it's anticipating expectations, anticipating needs. In my side of the business, how we do that is through process. So if our processes are tight, we can always anticipate a need of a customer before it becomes an issue. So that's one thing that we're always striving to do, is to automate everything as much as possible, while also maintaining the personal touch. I can give one example of a personal touch where we had a client that was having an issue with their entry door, their suite entry door. So we could not find a contractor to solve the problem or to go down there because it was such a small job. So I drove down there myself and actually spent some time with the client to try and figure out what was going on, realized there was a leak in the hydraulics, ended up calling around and finding a specialist in this particular door, and then we got the problem solved. So that type of behavior where you demonstrate genuine care for the client and solving their problems, I think is what carries you that step above excellent service. Because excellent service in our line of work as brokers has nothing to do with going over there and looking at a door, right?
Oh, right,
It's all
absolutely.
it's all about negotiation and documentation and making sure construction is fluid and all that sort of stuff from behind a computer screen, mostly, sometimes in person to tour office space. But if you demonstrate care to solve a client's problem that they cannot solve on their own, I think you will have that client for life. At least you'll have that contact that you held at that company for life. They'll remember that. And the other piece, going to Maya Angelou, is talking about how people remember the way you made them feel. So a customer's experience and how you made them feel throughout is another example of providing legendary service. And as you demonstrate that genuine care, that I think is a main theme of this particular fundamental, that will come through. Your client will remember through the small details and the large.
Thanks, Hayes, because everything that you said makes so much sense. Delivering legendary service means providing a customer an experience that's so positive and so memorable that the customers are just compelled to come back to you because of that experience. And we need to understand our customers and do the right thing for them, even if it is, as you described, outside of the box. So in summary, just a few tips for delivering legendary service that you spoke about: making a personal connection, get to know your customers, make them feel appreciated, anticipate their needs, try to anticipate what the customer wants and needs before they even ask for it. Go the extra mile, whatever that might mean in the situation. Do more than what's expected. And then finally, follow through. Confirm what you agreed upon with them, and then follow through on your commitments. Nothing is worse than telling someone that you're going to do something and then you drop the ball. That is definitely not legendary service or excellent customer service. So a quote that speaks to this week's fundamental is by Bill Gates, and it's, "Your most unhappy customers are your greatest source of learning." So I want to thank you again, Hayes, for sharing your experiences with legendary service and how it relates to you on the day-to-day. Broad Street, let's all deliver legendary service and have a great week.
Thanks, Terry.